I went to great effort to get the damn things repaired. Cost me a lot of money. I thought she wanted them. I've got those radio parts you asked for. Fucking A. She takes the parts and puts them away neatly in the top drawer of her immaculate desk. Go talk to Anthony. He'll have something he can give you as compensation or whatever. Matter of fact, she taps her chin, narrowing her eyes at you. If you're willing to help me out again, I have something that'll tickle your fancy tucked away somewhere in this lightless hellhole. Lightless hellhole? You haven't noticed that I'm running 50-year-old floors and shit all in the way of computing power? She gestures sharply around the room. All because someone's string theory outranks my practical research. Fucking panels, I'm telling you. Research by a committee. She smooths the air in front of her and breathes out slowly. That's not important right now. Focus. I need you to find the person sabotaging the electricity. I'm pretty sure it's Lily, but I can't prove it. She's sneaky. Why do you suspect Lily? She's from the community with the giant silos. She raises her hand to head height. Bunch of religious lunatics. Well, they've asked us to stop looking into their so-called magic several times. Since we said no, I'm guessing they set a saboteur. That's Lily. Why me? If the others know I'm looking into our motives, they'll say I'm just being a bully again. You're a neutral third party. If you rat her out, they'll have to believe you. Wait, being a bully again? What else have you done to this poor woman? Nothing. She glares at you. Okay, once I put laxatives in a herbal tea, you bitch. But in my defense, she was humming during breakfast. It was really annoying. Oh my god, you were so high strung. You just carry laxatives around you to breakfast? Look, sometimes the girl's gotta go, and sometimes the old shitter needs a bit of a kickstart. Don't make this weird. She holds my hand to stop you. Mate, this is a free country. You can't just go around asking people if they're saboteurs. You gotta be discreet. You get it? Probably. And they ask me why I don't like working with contractors. Bite me. Who wants these solar panels? Find the saboteur. Report back to Kane. Yeah. Here. Kane wants them. Find or buy more solar panels for quarters array. Why do I have 4 of 2? Where did I pick up the other 2? Huh? Did I already have solar panels on me? Did I just waste $400? I hope not. Okay, this is problematic. I don't want to accuse the poor girl. So I talk to Maddie, see what he thinks. Because nobody said the saboteur was Lily. Could be someone else. Do you know anything about a saboteur? You immediately sense that you've fallen into the midst of a very long, convoluted argument. I'll tell you what I've told Siobhan and anyone else who'll listen. This place is old. It needs more than maintenance, it needs an overhaul. The case system was never meant to handle this kind of load. Not for this long, not without help. If we don't get it fixed soon, catastrophic will be the mildest way to describe what happens to this community. What's a case system? Compressed air energy storage. Can anyone tell me how to use the big structure? He points at an apartment-looking shed in the middle of the town. We use solar power to pump air into a reservoir under the town. Then, at night, we let the air back out through some turbines, which keeps us online 24/7. No downtime. Only town in the state that they don't need to turn all our lights off a couple of hours after sunset. Well, apart from Garguli. But they're a special case to begin with. Regular case, not an acronym. He's practically bursting out of his skin with excitement, but he manages to speak so only you can hear. Mate, I'd love to get a hands-on with that. Okay, take a look at your case system. Oh, yes! He grins at you excitedly. That's up to Siobhan. He sucks on his teeth. She's kind of a bigwig around here. Tells people what to do, even if her only authority comes from having designed the device. He sighs heavily. Oh, man. What's the device? He points at a curiously beautiful construction of iron girders and interlocking metal plates. Yeah, I noticed. Some kind of weapon Siobhan designed and had built. It's a weapon? I don't understand how it works, but Kalgoorlie does, and it keeps them away. She said something about it being a deterrent. All I know is, we fire it once and the whole city goes offline for at least 24 hours, or until I can reset the whole system. I told her she'd want to have a good aim, and she looked at me like I'd asked to blow my nose with her doctorate. Why do you need the device to keep Kalgoorlie away? Bunch of mad dogs, trying to make everyone look and think like them. He scowls. I don't like people who try to tell me what to do. I may have to scrimp and save for every moment I get to spend doing actual research, but I'll take scraps out here or a feast inside their walls any day of the week. Okie dokie. Should I take Cole up here? I don't trust him. He's going to poke and prod and it's not going to end well. But whatever. I don't think I had him on my party last time. I think DJ was still with us. Let's have a look. Oh, he's excited. No. Good. Okay. Okay, so we'll go back to Siobhan then. Who was in the Prime Lab? Does anybody remember? I don't remember. It could be the Prime Lab sucking your energy. They're literally right under you. Cole wants permission to play with your trinket. Maddie said the device is a deterrent. He also said it could only fire once. How does it work? She taps her fingers on her wrist in a complicated pattern. Kalgoorlis wanted us to join their ranks for as long as Southern Cross has had walls. The buildings here used to be community housing for the scientists working on various top-secret projects set up by the government in Kalgoorlie, Boulder. But after the bombs dropped, some people moved to Kalgoorlie permanently, and the rest stayed here. She speaks as if answering an unasked question. I'm not a fool. I know we can't hold out forever, but in the meantime, I'll have something that'll melt the masks right off the soldiers if they so much as sneeze in our direction. Maddie shouldn't have told you that it could only fire once. Fucking bozo. Not much of a deterrent if any Tom, Dick or Harry can discover its weakness. She sighs. I spent a long time trying to dream up a solution, but she waves dismissively at her surroundings. You see what I'm working with here. Could you possibly tell me how to fire it? I'm not saying I want to fire it willy-nilly, but if Kalgoorlie comes to invade Southern Cross and something happens to Siobhan, no one can control the device. Are you sure there's a saboteur? What, you think I have so much spare time I had to sit around making up stories? She rolls her eyes. You want bullshit? Go talk to Anthony. I only deal in objective truths. Who's Anthony, by the way? Did I find an Anthony? I must have found an Anthony. I don't think Maddie's a saboteur. He's got a pretty big chip on his shoulder about having to keep the city running. Maddie? For a moment, it's like she's drawn a mental blank. Then, Matty? She holds her hand above her head. This tall, wears fucking amazing pants that I've never been able to con him out of. That Matty? She falls silent for a long time. Finally, she turns to you, genuinely perturbed. Did he say why? What does he want? He wants time to do his own research. He can't do that while the compression system needs repairs. So he wants... What? She stares at you blankly. Then she comes to life and rummages through a pile of pristine folders on her desk. Right, here it is. He submitted a budget for repairs, and he wants... She whistles, low and appreciative. A lot. I don't have money. Do not look at me. She puts it in the folder and sighs. I'll be honest, I was really hoping to nail Lily for this one. So look, get me dirt on her that others will accept, and I'll make sure Maddie's budget gets approved. Deal? What if I bring in the money instead? She bursts out laughing. $2,000 fucking dollars? Holy shit! You and one army pal, you gonna spare $2,000 lying around? Because that's what he says it'll cost, and I believe him. She smiles. Bet'd hate the irony of that. No, I'm serious. I'll get him his 2,000. Yeah, alright, fine. She waves you away in irritation. Get the money and come back. Don't expect me to hold my breath, though. Everyone's gotta be a hero. Now, she looks at you sternly. I want that dirt on Lily. I handed the rest of her on a silver platter, and you still want me to point the finger at Lily? Yeah, it's great you caught Maddie and all, but I still don't trust Lily. I never said there was only one saboteur. I need to know why she's here. Way ahead of you. I've got all the dirt you need. She crosses her arms and grins. Hit me. She told me herself that she's a spy. Need anything else? She's one of the everlasting from that silo place you mentioned. Can you tell me let me have a look at your case system? That depends. What's Boyle's law? Cole, you want to pitch in? Boyle, I hardly know her. Thou shalt not steal or covet thy neighbour's science doodads. She shakes her head. Sorry, bucko. Access to vital infrastructures on a needs basis. But keep asking around. I'm sure there's something Lily will tell you that she won't tell me. God fucking damn it. Okay. I mean, I could tell her what I have on Lily already, but let's just go talk to Lily and see if there's something else I can pry out of it. Probs not. Probs not. Can I talk to Maddie, though? Will Maddie say anything now that I've gotten a way to approve his budget? Who was in Private Labs? I just don't remember who was down here. Oh, Anthony's the book guy. Right. Abuela. I think she's the one. But she can't be because I can't talk to her. Take care, dear. Yeah, I'll get right on that. Thanks. We'll swing by Anthony on the way through. you fixed the greenhouse. Amazing, thanks. He gives you a faint smile. Welcome back to our own little contribution to the foundation. Buella seems a little quirky, eccentric. His smile shifts. Absent-minded, incompetent, dangerous. His gaze wanders around the settlement before landing on you again. She's quite harmless in my estimation. Whether her work has any merit, however, that's not my role to judge. Someone else certainly seems to think it does at any rate. Who's interested in Buella's work? That remains a mystery. His smile is tight-lipped. But someone sends her research materials and support. Someone with access to information that was supposedly lost. And money. Or something else valuable that they traded for the components she needs. Do you know much about Maddie? He tilts his head from side to side. He stops by occasionally, but most of what I do has no impact on him, and vice versa. I don't dislike him or anything. His words are rushed and, oddly, impatient. But he's not very easy to get to know either. Whether that's a character flaw is for you to decide for yourself. What do you think of Siobhan? He's suddenly quite flustered. I mean, renowned physicist, obviously, absolutely dedicated to her work. Oh, absolutely, he nods to himself. No question. Not a great reader of anything but academic literature, though, more's the pity. Siobhan said you'd have a reward for me? He blinks slowly. What? I brought her some radio parts she wanted. She said you'd have something for me. He pauses. That tells me nothing actually. He rummaged around the van behind him. Here, a copy of a copy of a copy. He waves his own book at you. You'll be in good company. A book? You want to buy it back off me right now, or? He sighs. I have one with pictures if you would prefer. Are they naughty pictures? He snaps his book closed. I teach children! No! Now take it or leave it. Take it. He hands it over without comment. Anything else? Maddie mentioned you need the device to keep Kalgoorlie away. Why? They want us to swap the focus of our research to things that would benefit Kalgoorlie. Better weapons, genetically modified crops, medicines to keep their population docile. And they're really, really bad at taking no for an answer. He stares into the distance. Siobhan gave us safety from all of that. We're free because of her, and she gets no recognition for it. He shakes his head. Sometimes I wonder why she puts up with us at all. Right, well that was interesting. What book did he give me? Oh hey, by the way, I have some books for you. I know you're going to absolutely love that. It's totally up your alley. Do I have any other books? No, I don't see any other books. There you go. Actually, this one. He taps one of the books he just traded him. I wonder if you'd be willing to help me out with something. Ooh, maybe. Have you met Siobhan? He holds up a hand and closes his eyes. Not important. Anyway, I've been trying to get her to read something other than physics textbooks and hard sci-fi for years. But I think if she were to read something like this, he picks up the romance novel, turning it over and over in his hands. I don't know. It might help her with her research to see the world a different way, to see a value in the things she overlooks. You mean the people she overlooks? He ducks his head quickly, cheeks are radiant red. Yes, she can be quite dismissive. He faces you squarely and looks you in the eye. Will you help me? All right, see what I can do. Okay, wind in the wheel hose it is. Thank you, he smiles, relieved. You'll give her a new perspective on life, I'm sure of it. What's so great about Siobhan? A smile softens the wariness in his eyes. She's exceptional, miles ahead of anyone in her field, dreaming up machines that even people in the glory days couldn't have put together. She's like the light of civilization in human form, the hope. For once, he meets your gaze unashamed. The question shouldn't be why I think she's great, but why no one else does. And the answer, as always, is prosaic. People don't want to understand her. I bet she's never even looked at you twice, has she? Are you in love with her? Anthony and Siobhan sitting in a tray. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. You know, people we put on pedestals tend to fall off sooner or later. Then it's our job to catch them when they do, isn't it? Oh my gosh, my heart. I'd like to give your opinion on which novel to give to Siobhan. I'm all ears. How about The Wind in the Willows? His face goes white, then instantly flushes red. Not that one. Please, I'll never live it down. You told me to give that to her. Bro, make up your mind. I'm either giving it to her or I'm not. Convinced Siobhan in a lab to read a romance novel. Bring straw some comic books. I have yet to find any comic books. Hey Lily, can I have a chat? Or are we just done after our last conversation? Siobhan mentions he slipped you some laxatives. That's rough. It was her. She... I just outed Siobhan. Oh no! She goes from ice cold calm to luminous rage in the space of an instant. I ate nothing but boiled rice for 3 weeks just to make sure it wouldn't happen again. Anthony still can't look me in the eye. Maybe I should just move back home. She covers her face with her hands. At least then I could sleep without checking my pillow for scorpions. Siobhan's really mean to you, huh? For the first time, a spark appears in her eyes. I don't know what her problem is. I try to stay out of her way, but that just seems to make her hate me more. Try getting up in her face. Bullies are always cowards underneath. I could put some lactose in her drink for you. Even the score. No. She breathes the word as though horrified, but the smile she can't hide says otherwise. I mean, she takes them herself all the time. It would have to be something she wasn't used to. Make Siobhan and Southern Cross shit herself. Oh my god, where am I going to get laxatives from? Wait, Siobhan was right? You really are a spy? I mean, we already knew that. She said it. So... where am I going to get laxatives? Yes. The word circumscribes immeasurable bitterness and despair. She saw through me the moment I arrived. The others. They wanted to give me the benefit of the doubt. She blinks back tears. I stopped reporting to Doug as soon as I could. I wondered how long it would take him to send someone to find out what happened. She looks up at the sky. I just want to study the stars. She raises her hands and drops them again, a helpless anti-shrug. He wants to know what's disrupting the ley lines. I told him I couldn't find anything, but he didn't believe me. Okay, so we're going through that again. Hey, Manny, you got some laxatives? Well, who would even have laxatives? What shape or form do they even take? There's no way Siobhan's going to read this book. I need to go find some more romance novels. But Jesus, I don't even remember who had them anymore. I've come across 3 that I know of, and I've only bought 1, so I don't know. I don't know. Take this book. It's absolute trash, according to Anthony. Well, Maddie's needs have been addressed. As usual, that just leaves mine. Now, there's something else I need you to take care of before I can make sure Kaguli never threatens us again. There's more? Yeah, hit me. Not the first time I've wanted to, but you're growing on me. Ouch. What I need you to do is convince Buella to swap labs with me. Why? She gets all the good electricity, uninterrupted supply, while I'm on intermittent brownout over here. Can't accelerate particles and measure results without a reliable energy source. How? She shrugs. That's up to you. Hence the air quotes. You sure? Okay. I'll start packing up the rest of my stuff. That's a bit premature, don't you think? Premature. Hey, I'm not done with you. Read this. Anthony, tell me a bit about your troubles with Kalgoorlie. What exactly is the device? We already read this. Why does it not have it grayed out? Anthony would really like you to read this book he picked for you. Haha. Hand it over. This one? Really? She suppresses a smile. I guess it'll tell me if he's a tits or ass man at least. She flips the book over and laughs. I knew there had to be a bodice somewhere. Where am I getting laxatives from? I don't know. Well, I gave it to her. She hasn't read it yet, but it's in her hands. Enjoy. What kind of book did you want me to give Siobhan again? Something romantic, but not too risque. And definitely not anything explicit. Yeah, well, too bad. I'm just going to go to quarter. Do what I have to do here and peace out. Does somebody here sell laxatives? Do you think? Oh, I've got the trade routes up, bro. Oh, I should have got Amari outside, damn it. Deadly to see you again. What can I do for you? I set up some more trade outposts like you asked. He gets a big grin on his face. Wow, Icarus couldn't even do that, so big brownie points to you. He pulls out a large tin and dusts it off. By the way, I found another tin of milk I can sell you if you still haven't made tea for Marmyok. Yeah, I kind of did. He pulls out a pocket book and leaves through the pages. Let's get to business. As you used Quarter's trade network, which means our reputation, you should consider giving 10% of what you've made so far to the community. $300. What? I could have done this without Quarter's help, bro. He shrugs. Yeah, mate, but the fact is you didn't. So saying that is out of no sense and no use. Maybe try doing it yourself next time and see how far you go. Fuck you. I wish you'd tell me ahead of time. He spreads his hands palms up. As my own creed didn't have any luck, I actually didn't in my wildest dreams think you'd pull it off. That sounds like a you problem, Kane. I underestimated you, but although you were giving 10% to quarter, you were still making big bank. No, I'd rather not. Well, not much else I can say to convince you. Let me know if you come to your senses and change your mind. Bought you some solar panels at the very least. Great, they're in big demand out here as they need replacing fairly often. Let me take a look. Looks like they've had some repairs done, but it's clearly to a high standard, so I'm happy to take them off your hands. He crosses his arms and taps a finger on his chin. I must share that I have some great contract renewals coming up with big opportunities, and I'd love to introduce you to my contacts. If you want to join forces with me, that is. Sure, let's go. Hi. Is there supposed to be some text? What was that about? Where are we? Money makes the world go round, eh? He shakes the piece of paper in his hand at you. Grease the wheels, line the pockets, and you're in like a shot. I don't have any money. Why does everybody keep wanting money from me? Well, good on ya. The people can bend an ear well enough to make cold, hard cash fall out. Here's your pip. Oh my god, look at the experience I just got. He hands you a small, glimmering token. That'll tell people you're here on business. It also entitles you to sit to the citizenship tests. Are we like in Kalgoorlie or something? Where are we? Which I highly recommend. Nothing feels better than knowing your true purpose. He glances at the paper again. Boss will want to see you after he deals with some business at City Hall. Should be pretty smooth sailing through the interview, I imagine. Go to City Hall. Where are we? I feel like we're in Kalgoorlie.
A slender, immaculately dressed man exits City Hall to a wave of cheers and excited whispers.
In Kalgoorlie!
He approaches a silver-masked soldier standing at parade rest who surveys the crowd, clearly looking for someone in particular.
Levi Marshall.
He embraces
You were
his
in
sword
charge
warmly.
of the operation to bring Westonia into the fold, is that right?
Damn straight. He stands taller, radiating self-satisfied pride, and yet you decided to kill everybody. That worked out well, didn't it?
Well, then, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the man. For your service, sir, we salute you.
Why did they raise everybody's settlements to the ground if they wanted them to join the fold? That was really dumb, actually.
He reaches forward laconically and takes the bureaucrat's hand in a crushing grip. The maskless man doesn't flinch,
Speak faster!
staring complacently at Levi as the moment stretches to the point of awkwardness, then further. The soldier laughs uncomfortably and tries to pull away, first gently, then more insistently. Smoke begins to rise from his clothes. The hair on the back of your neck rises slowly as a frisson of energy jolts from your scalp to your spine.
Frisson, actually.
You taste the metallic tang of ozone. Powerful magic is being worked in front of you, more powerful than you've ever felt and more thrilling than you could have imagined. He whimpers, still trying to pull away. He puts his other hand into the bureaucrat's vice-like grip and tries to pry his fingers free. All the while, the maskless man stares at him, a curiously blank expression on his face. Even from the back of the crowd, you catch a whiff of charred leather and the mouth-watering scent of roasting meat.
Ew.
Finally, he screams. Hellish light pours from the holes in his mask, eyes and mouth vomiting pulsing energy skyward. His shoulders crack and shrivel inwards, pulled towards some locus in his solar plexus until the world subtly shifts and only the maskless
Oh, I
man...
can't listen to you
In
anymore.
case any
Jesus
of the rest
Christ.
of you lot reckon convince them to join us means commit mass murder, let Levi's sacrifice serve.
It's
as a
a
warning.
bit late, don't you think? Everybody's dead out west. Everybody.
Scientia, Justitia, Voluntas!
Okay, they return a salute in thundering unison, and once again he smiles. Why is he speaking in Latin, by the way?
He walks towards you down the steps of City Hall, casually pulling a handkerchief from his pocket to dust the ash off his hands. He stops in front of you, scrubbing at his fingers one by one.
Why is the narrator even narrating
this? He
this?
looks you over and nods appreciatively.
You see, blisters on his hands had already begun to heal.
G'day, Brookton. I've been wondering when you'd make it. Spires can only do so much, especially when free will is involved. Me name's Kev, leader
Jesus.
of the Golds and philosopher king of our future state. Come
Sounds
on
like
up to
an
me
absolute
office.
idiot.
And we'll have a yarn.
He sounds so stupid. He signals to the guards and makes it clear refusal is not an option. Travel to Kev's office. Why is he Kev? Kev is like an American thing, not Australian. He leans back up.
Tell us
Okay.
where your head's at. I've had a quick squiz at your record, but the past couple weeks have been a shitstorm of epic proportions.
Oh, I know.
so
Everybody
you
knows
haven't
dead.
been high priority. Now you're here. So what can Kalgoorlie do for you?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't mean to come here just yet. I want a pony and $1 million. We want our murdered friends and families back, you arsehole. Come on, mate. He grins. We both know you're not that stupid. Maybe these bozos believe it, but you can't kid a kidder. I mean, let's just look at the facts here. You put together an empire of glass and sand, reconnecting towns that had lost contact through prejudice and neglect. That takes guts and ambition, and you did it all in record time. The roads you reopened are going to help a lot of people. They're also going to lead raiders to places that might have fallen off the map for a reason. Still, as far as the greater good goes, you've chalked up a win, and that's pretty impressive. He steeples his fingers. You get where I'm going with this, right? If people don't mean to get raided, they shouldn't sign up to be part of a trade network. Every reward comes with risk. In as much as commerce benefits anyone, they've still got to have something to sell, or the barter or crews will stop showing up. I said the trade routes because I wanted to. What other people do with them is none of my business, and what happens because none of them isn't my problem. Humans aren't great at probability modelling. He shrugs. It isn't fair that some people take all the risk while others get all the rewards. But being on the losing end of that deal is always a possibility. It's just not considered polite to admit it.
Go on through to City Hall and get your pass then. Have a gander. You got a lot of potential if you wanted to stay. Citizenship's open to everyone. You'd be mad as a cut snake not to at least see what kind of life you could lead inside these walls. Talk to one of the Keens if you feel the burning need to see me again. I make room in my schedule for people who pique my interest.
That's it? What about Brookton? He shrugs eloquently. What about it? It's a lot harder to build something up than it is to tear it down. Why should I spend my resources to assuage your guilt? Wait, what? My guilt? What did I do to Brookton? It's not my guilt, it's yours. You set your soldiers loose and we paid the price. I brought you something you want, or I wouldn't be standing here. Don't you care about the lives you ruined? Rebuild Brookton or I'll burn Kalgoorlie to the ground. Ish. No, you felt the consequences of Mick Jones's hasty decision. Being a stubborn old mule only gets you so far in life. You were never going to help us, were you? Why would I? I've got you right where I want you. He grins. Here, with me, where you belong. Can you teach me how to emulate someone like you did with that bloke you executed? He frowns. You're not ready. Not yet. Dedicate more time to building a comprehension of the energy that surrounds us, and then we'll talk. Can you tell me how the plane flew? Sheer bloody mindedness and a lot of gold. Oh, and years of mental preparation and training, hard selecting candidates, yada yada yada. With infinite time, patience, and money, all sorts of things become possible. How'd you become the leader of Kalgoorlie? I killed my predecessor in a philosophical debate. He smiles disarmingly. Well-founded axioms are the brass knuckles of intellectual discourse. Bye. I just have to say, it's so nice to hear your voice in person. That old radio you used to call for help really didn't do you justice. His smile is wicked.
Don't be a stranger now.
Jesus. Kev. Water is life. Water is power. This is one heck of a bow shed? What's a bow shed? I don't know. Gosh, I just feel off kilter having been dragged here. I wasn't huh? Sir, where am I? Are you here to be tested? Talk to Justin over there. That's the door. Justin Keene, stranger. speak to Justin first, if you please. Hey mate, welcome back. What can I do for you? Welcome back. I've never been here before, man. Can you help me remember forget the skills too? Why are you in a silver mask? I'm one of the guardians of the city. Reckon it's weird that I'm here doing this then? Well, my job's to watch over the academy, watch the tests, and make sure we're not creating a danger to the city. It's solid work, and I love what I do. You train many people here? He considers your question. We test a lot of people. We train fewer than half of them. If they're citizens of Kalgoorlie, they've got to train. Visitors, though, they can choose to skip it, and a lot of them do. How many visitors does Kalgoorlie get, and why haven't we heard much about this place out west? He chuckles nervously. We get plenty of visitors, mostly traders from other points of the compass. But mate, when people think of the west, they think of the ruins of Perth. They reckon out west is where the loonies live. No point profit in trading with the barking mad, right? I'm not saying I think you're all daggy, mind you, but then I've never been on the roads either. I'm not exactly in the best position to tell these blokes what the world's like, yeah? Yeah, fair. So tell me, what's it like living here? He blinks rapidly, considering his answer. Never lived anywhere else, but why would I want to? Got everything we need here. Shelter, security, food, water. Why risk losing all that? Freedom? The chance to do what you want with your life? Yeah, but he loves his job. Maybe you can make something better on your own. Yeah, on second thought, you'd be needing to sacrifice it. He looks around the room, studies the floor, and thinks. At last, he looks up with a smile. Nah, doubt it. I doubt it too. Gotta run. Chat later. What's this? If you stare at it too long, you get the impression that it's you in the room that are moving, and that the orb is perfectly still. Oh hey, this place is weird. How do I get here? The library I was just in? But then how do I get to the library? Whoa. Ah, the Magic Academy. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. What's with the two doors? Could just enter, you know, through the door. Oh, so all the doors lead to here. Every single one of them. Got it. Okay, I acknowledge. What are you feeding the plants around here? They're all glowy-like. I still have not found these goddamn comic books. I swear to God. Oh my God, there's like actual glowing happening over there. I am really scared for my own safety. We did intelligence last time, didn't we? So we must be up to awareness. Not that I ever use it. Or this. One day I'll remember to use it. Today's not that day. Yay, we finally hit over 100 health. Woo! Well, actually, that's me. Because I've got the plus 10. Oh. Most of you hit it this time as well. Oh, well, you know what I mean. I still don't have any. That you have to buy your gear. Ish. You just don't get given it. Ooh! The opal vendor might very well be here. Oh, that'd be so convenient.